Palma. Oh,
Oh, man.
that's unfair, and Palma 7 points in the game. To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-point.
Oh, my goodness.
Face a jumper by Robin Celis.
Caballero has tied.
Now it gets Martin Rosso. Turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness.
Second game of your Monday triple header dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League Season 7. We are live from the Pasay Astrodome. And we have some free agency news para sa Abra Weavers. They have activated Jeyo Chu and Simon Camacho. And their key acquisition is no less than an MPBL champion and a former Finals MVP. That's Mike Ayonayon, who won a championship with San Juan in the second season of the league. He was also the Finals MVP of that series against the Davao Occidental Tigers, and he is suiting up tonight against the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. That's our matchup. Abra with a 14-1 record and big expectations ahead para sa kanila as they traverse this difficult path to a championship dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipinas. Si Dev Tupas kasama si Javi Palanya. Kasama din natin si Lyra Ponsalan. Magandang gabi din sa mga nanonood sa atin sa Facebook and on YouTube. And we are live on Solar Sports. Siyempre, Javi, Abra Solid North Weavers with these acquisitions. I'm gonna put you on the spot here, my friend. How are their championship chances now?
Well, you know, Abra, they do recognize that depth is king here in the MPBL, especially with the long season that we have. And di pa sila nakontento dun sa strength ng kanilang roster at the start of the season. They do still recognize that there is still a need to fill out some void in their roster because hindi natin masabi kung anong mangyayari towards the latter part of this year. So they want to make sure that every position is well kept and well put off with depth.
So you know, the depth is crazy right now if you're these Abra Solid North Weavers. And let's check out the team standings first in the North Division. Nueva Ecija still lording it over the division, 16-0. Abra, 14-1, same record as the San Juan Knights. And number 4, ang Pampanga, 12-4. Caloocan won earlier, they're now at 12-5. And Quezon City, which will be facing Abra, 4-11. They are outside looking in dun sa play-in race no natin. So at number 11. So they also have a chance, Javi, itong Quezon City dito sa kanilang bid for postseason action.
Yeah, and they're a very dangerous squad, especially right now that they're coming off a morale-boosting victory against the Bataan Risers in their last game. They may be short with talent, but they are a gritty squad.
And Abra muna pag-usapan natin dito. And this squad that they have right now played at home in their last game, June 14. Medyo matagal-tagal na rin. Napahinga sila last week. It was a 75-68 win against a fellow North Division contender in the Pangasinan Heatwaves. A huge win led by Dave Ildefonso. And those are the numbers right there. And more than anything though, ito yung, these are the games na kailangan mong ipanalo if you want to go for the top spot and home court advantage in the playoffs.
You're right. It's going up against a fellow contender in the North, as you mentioned. Very important win para sa kanila. At ang maganda dito, magandang team effort na naman ang pinakita dito ng Abra Weavers led by Dave Ildefonso's 18 points. CJ Austria also was a very key player in that game, being put on Vic Manuel, being that defensive linchpin that limited the muscle man. It really made life difficult para sa kanya sa laro na yon. Talagang nahirapan ng Pangasinan na makaabante sa laro na yon. Abra dominated that entire game.
Well, Coach John Garcia has been tinkering with the combinations on the floor, and it's so nice because a lot of combinations are just so fun to watch. Now he can go for an all-collegiate 5.
Yeah.
He can go for a mix of veterans and mix of young guns. So, titingnan natin how he will, put out his lineup for today against this Quezon City team na sabi nga natin kagagaling lang sa isang magandang panalo against Bataan. No? It was I think we covered this game,
You're right.
in Nueva Ecija, no? And they started out strong. Dave Bernabe was looking very strong inside the paint, and Ray De La Rosa was finding the mark from the three-point line.
Yeah, the second quarter was actually the biggest quarter for Bataan in that game. They outscored the Risers 27-11 to take a 45-35 lead heading into the half, and they maintained that lead up to the final buzzer. 22 free throws. This was actually the biggest stat of this game para sa Quezon City. They were very aggressive, and they also were able to win the rebounding battle. That's a big thing, especially coming up against a Bataan Risers squad that has a lot of good rebounders. 56-44 ang naging lamang nila sa rebounding battle. 21 on the offensive glass. That's huge for Coach Jeff Perlas and his squad. They need to do that triply harder here in this game against an Abra squad that's loaded with a lot of talent and experience.
So that is our ball game for tonight. Abra against Quezon City. Richard Tapos has our starters.
Astrodome, Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7. Here are the starters. Let's begin with Abra Solid North Weavers. Playing center number 18, Gio Chu. At guard number 12, Wilkin Lee. Power forward number 9, Raven Gonzalez. Point guard number 4, Marwin Taiwan. And at forward number 1, the Sheriff, Dave Ildefonso. The head coach is Yon Garcia. Assistant coaches, Derek Miranda, Don Uro, and Edsel Balenya. The team owners, Bukay Mayor, Jaja Bernos, and Abra Honorable Congressman J.B. Bernos. The starting five for Quezon City, Galleries Taipan. Playing center number 12, Dave Bernabe. At guard number 15, Nino Ibanez. Also at guard number 18, Greg Cunanan. At forward number 20, Jerome Santos. Power forward number 31, Jeff Habilionar. The Quezon City is led by Martin Go with Jeff Perlas. Assistant coaches, JC Docto and Ricky Reyes. Team manager, JC Tan. The game officials are Manuel Binondo, Lester Arcega, and Jackson
Starting
Mabando.
five is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. The birthday boy, Marwin Taiwan, celebrating his 29th birthday today. And magsisimula siya with Will Lee, debutant Jeyu Chu, Raven Gonzalez, and Dave Ildefonso. Quezon City has Vincent Conanan, Nino Ibanez, Dave Bernabe, Jerome Santos, and Jeff Pavillionar. And our officiating crew will be led by Manuel Binondo, kasama niya si Lester Arcega, and Jake Mabandos. Jake Casaverde is the substitute referee. So happy birthday, Marwin Taiwan.
Yeah, happy birthday, Marvin Taiwan. 29 years old.
29 years young.
Young.
He
Definitely.
looks 19 though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Malayong malayo. Abra parading a very tall starting unit with Jaya Chu at that center spot. Raven usually plays that 5 spot when he's in the game, but Coach Yon Garcia going to his new recruit right away, trying to test out the waters and see what that 6'10", 6'11 frame can do for the Weavers.
Ibanez gets some separation. A lot of pushing there inside the paint. Whistle going against Dave Bernabe. And I tell you, the rest of the MPBL is watching right now.
I'm sure of that. I'm sure everybody shaking at the sight of this current roster by the Abra Weavers.
The kick out to Dave Ildefonso. He misses the 3.
For Quezon City, it's really going to be a team effort for them if they want to be able to be competitive in this game. They have to stick to the game plan and make sure not to deviate from it. because they're gonna have to use all of their might to have a chance against this Abra team.
And even Gonzalez gets the first basket for Abra after the 3-ball galing kay Jeff Avillonar. Vincent Conanan pushes Taiwan out of the way. Bernabe, the jump hook over Jeochu.
He's trying to pick up from where he left off in that game against Bataan. It was an impressive individual performance coming from him going up against the likes of John Lloyd Capulong.
Ildefonso lumapit. Dave nabitawan ng bola. Masyadong masikip dun sa loob. Lee, a 3. Got it.
Will Lee has been starting a lot of the games for Abra this year. Coach Yong Garcia giving this homegrown player a lot of opportunities to showcase his talent.
Pass a little behind. Jeochu puts it in. They are a handful. These young guns of the Abra Solid North Weavers making their presence felt early on. Twin Towers, Gonzalez the True, Lasal Ateneo connection there. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. An early timeout from Coach Jeff Perlis. We'll be right back.
Right combinations, not hype. Coach Yong of the Abra Weavers is keeping their composure amid their expectations surrounding the revamped squad, now reinforced with powerhouse Jeochu, Mike Ayonayon, and Simon Camacho. While the league and the fans are quick to tag them as title contenders, he remains grounded with his mindset. Hindi ako nadadala sa hype. Kinuha sila para makapag-perform sila at makatulong, kaya importante na maipakita nila yung galing nila kasi sila din yung magbe-benefit, he shared. With this high-caliber lineup, training sessions have become more intense. For Coach Yong, practice is already the battleground and playing time is earned through inter-team competition. Lalabas ka lang talaga kung gagawa ka ng maganda, he said. For Abra, it's not just about star power, it's about chemistry, accountability, and the right combinations. And for Coach Yong, the mission is clear. Stay calm, stay sharp, and let the work do the talking. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And if you're, Coach Yong, I know it's a really tough task. And, yung personality ni Coach Yong is slowly but surely nakikita natin sa squad na to. No? Not a lot of hype, not a lot of, like, the way the players conduct themselves. Very low-key and really belies the status and the stature of this team.
You're right, and he doesn't really try to focus on one player alone. He tries to get everybody involved in the system to make this team, not to para hindi sila masyado mabasa agad. He wants to get everyone to contribute in their own little way, and he makes sure that everybody knows their roles.
Vincent Conanan, turnaround shot, well defended by the birthday boy Marwin Taiwan. Ildefonso quickly to Taiwan. Matras muna si Marwin. The pass. Dave. No. Kala ko pasok na. That was a good line here, Javi.
Yeah, Dave Ildefonso averaging 33.7% from the outside in this season. He was wide open. Took his time there. They keep possession.
Marwin. They go to Dave sa gitna. Ildefonso jump stop. Taiwan 3. Got it.
See, you see that ball movement coming from the Abra Weavers on that possession. That just is a testament to how well the bond has been growing and the chemistry has been developing para sa kanila. Dave Ildefonso could have easily just forced the issue and went for the shot himself, but no, they moved that basketball and got it to the open man. Quezon City able to answer back.
Even Gonzalez just having their way right now, the Abra Solid North Weavers.
And they've been doing it off team play.
That's our play of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And Raven Gonzalez trying to complete a 3-point play here.
5 points here in the opening quarter para kay Raven Gonzalez.
And Jordan Santa Ana has entered the game, and he gets blocked by Jeo Chu.
That's literally a tall order to try and overcome para kay Jordan Santa Ana. See here, denied access by the 6'10" Jeo Chu.
Jeo Chu, we're seeing as well, no? Iba rin yung yung katawan ni Jeo Chu.
Yeah, he's become leaner. He's put on more muscle, and he's more mobile actually.
Yeah.
Talaga
He's
maganda na
light on his feet,
Yeah.
because last time we saw him with Ateneo, hindi pa ganyan yung frame niya.
Is also yung reaction time niya talaga mas mabilis na ngayon, and that's very beneficial for Abra, especially at this point of the season where a lot of the bigs here in the MPBL also more mobile, while Will Lee though showing us some good shooting here in the first quarter. 2 threes already.
Wilkin Lee, naantay ko dito mag-dunk in-game si Wilkin Lee.
He has really,
Nakita ko kanina, nag-dunk sa warm-up.
yeah, he's really been
Actually,
keeping in good shape.
Abby, nag-slam dunk contest sila.
Oh, talaga?
Kanina, Ayon, Camacho, Ildefonso, Lee. What a pass right there. Raven gave it up. Corner 3. Will Lee. Oh, maybe the layup. Jeo Chu got that one to go in, and it's a 13-point lead for the Abra Solid North Weavers. Kalahati pala tayo sa ating first quarter, Javi.
6 out of 9 from the field, 66%. 6 field goals on 6 assists.
Santa Ana gets the bucket right there from the mid-range. Taiwan lays it off to Jeo Chu, who gets fouled. And what Abra is doing is they're just keeping it simple. Pag hindi nakakabalik itong Quezon City, they just make them pay.
Yeah, and when Quezon City is able to get back on defense, they move that basketball, set up their half-court offense, and get it to the best possible option, not forcing anything. And that's why Jeo Chu has also been very active here, going for those inside shots dahil yung bola talagang umaabot sa kanya, and if hindi naman, nakakakuha naman siya ng mga rebounds.
LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat sa LGR. 21-9. Very unique free throw routine para kay Jeo Chu. He closes his eyes for 2-3 seconds. If I was taking free throws and closing my eyes 2-3 seconds, for sure,
concentration.
I would already be asleep.
That fast?
Yes, even during a game, I would probably say, "What am I doing? Might as well sleep."
That's I should say that's a special talent of yours.
Pero Javi, I'm quite amazed by the development of Jeo Chu.
Oh yeah, he's really looking so much better from his time in Ateneo. Even his shooting stroke has been refined. I'm excited to see him go up against the better big men of this league.
22-11. Hindi pa nagpapalit ng tao dito si Coach Yong. Raven, that's trademark push shot. That's unstoppable, by the way.
Yeah, he's such a good compliment for Jeo Chu here. You know, just lurking in that dunker spot, or maybe flashing through the middle and getting that post entry pass to Jeo Chu. Oh.
Spin cycle. Looking very, very smooth at the moment.
Gorgeously done there by Dave Ildefonso.
Yeah, 26-11. Santa Ana Talk about rim protection, Abby.
Oh yeah.
Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Expa Personal Karaoke Speaker. Every day, karaoke. And that is a basket. Galing kay David Rifonso off a stop.
And you know, aside from the rim protection, his mere presence just intimidates every.
Oh! The big man connecting. Welcome to the MPBL, Jay Chu. He is going to have fun here. This is the Gixxer great move of the game. Born for greatness. Up high and down hard. Jay Chu. But the awareness from Raven Gonzalez connecting with Jay Chu.
Yeah, he's really meshing well with his new teammate. Just unable there to complete the three-point play. Ito si Jay Chu, but Jay Chu is growing up right before our very eyes here.
Franz Diaz too strong on that one. Raven secures the rebound. Marvin Taiwan gets it to Dave. Chu. Nadimo nakabantay. There's a triple team. Nabitawan niya ang bola. Ray De La Rosa. Puray too strong on the three. Puray denies the pass to Gonzalez. Ray De La Rosa pa rin. Puray now with Franz Diaz. Plenty of time here. An offensive foul on Ladimo.
A little movement with the right side of his body as he was trying to free up Franz Diaz on the top side. It's been a struggle for Quezon City, to say the least, here in the first quarter. 4 out of 13 from the field, while allowing Abra 10 out of 15 conversions from the field, 66% for the Weavers.
Ildefonso gets it to Jay Chu. Lost it. Unable to handle the pass. There's a lot of contact there.
This is definitely something that I am looking forward to, how Jay Chu will be able to deal with the MPBL brand of basketball, the physicality that this league is really known for.
Ano ba naman to? Ba't ang hina ng mga pumalit? Camacho, David, Ayon, Batino.
My goodness. This is not fair.
28-11 is the count. 17-point lead with a little over 2 minutes remaining. Make that a 15-point deficit na hinahabol ng Quezon City early on. Mike Ayon, the former finals MVP. Josh David, Gonzalez a three. That's short. Rebound, De La Rosa.
If you're Quezon City, that's who you want shooting the basketball.
Puray, draw pass, Ladimo, Gonzalez battling with Ladimo. It's a jump ball.
Now, although possession will stay with Quezon City, you still like the effort shown on defense there by Gonzalez, interrupting that pass. That could have been an easy 2 points for Ladimo going up, but no, he had to get his hands on it and prevented that play.
Mike Ayon, the last time we saw him in the MPBL, it was in the bubble in Subic. No, naglaro yan, national finals against the Davao Occidental Tigers. They fell short. I think he was hurt in that series. No, hindi siya 100%. Since then, a few seasons in the PBA with the Blackwater franchise, NLEX and then Blackwater, and then he suffered an ACL injury, and that injury happened a year and a half ago. He's recovered now, and it's nice to see him back. Dito sa MPBL.
Always a pleasant surprise to see players from the PBA coming back here to the MPBL. It's such a joy to see them play also for a different squad. Let's see how he gets to mesh with his teammates, his new teammates on this Abra squad. He's now veteran of this league and also a more experienced player after his stint in the PBA.
Franz Diaz. Ganda ng ginawa ni Franz Diaz doon. Just keeping his dribble alive until may sumabit. Ayon on the move. Batino to Gonzalez. Mike. They go to Batino. It's a mismatch against Diaz. Masyado masikip. Maraming nakaitim. Naagaw ni Rai De La Rosa. Gets it to Franz Diaz. Jerome Santos for 3. That's an air ball.
Wasted opportunity in transition for Quezon City. Santos, although he was momentarily wide open, defense eventually got to him. That bothered that shot, forcing an air ball.
Coach Jeff Perlas, a tough task ahead of him. In front of him, actually. David. Naman kay Franz Diaz. Latino, Camacho. Yun, ang compared to JHU, and that 5 that played in the first few minutes of this game, mas may feeling out process itong second 5 nila.
Definitely, dahil itong Quezon City was visibly outmatched by the height and length of that first 5. That's why that Abra starting unit was just able to dominate right away. Pero dito, yung Quezon City medyo umaariba na dito yung kanilang offense. It's much easier for them to get it inside the paint and get it to their big men. Just an 11-point lead in front of them.
Batino, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ayon to David. Foot on the line, and it is a turnover.
Offensively as well, Abra had so much more threats in that starting unit compared to this one, which is a more defensive-centered 5.
Mas dynamic
Yes.
yung unang first 5 nila kanina. Can hurt you from the inside and the outside, and that is the end of the first period. What a fun first 10 minutes dito sa Pasay Astrodome. We saw the Twin Towers work together. Wilkin Lee making an impact. And Quezon City also finding a way, makadikit kahit papano against this very formidable Abra team.
Yeah, JHU with an impressive debut so far. 8 points on a perfect 3 out of 3 from the field, including 5 rebounds. Willie had a couple of 3, 6 points. Raven Gonzalez, 7 points, 4 assists. That starting unit really playing well to the tune of new music. It's 28-17 lead at the end of the first 10 minutes.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Let's go to Era Punsalan.
Coach Jeff Perlas of Quezon City revealed that the recent win against Bataan was no fluke. It was all part of a well-executed plan. Bagong defensive scheme ang nilaro namin last time, he said, referring to the adjustments they made to disrupt Bataan's key players. Planado talaga yung pagpapahirap kina Darang at Kani. Binilisan din namin ang laro, and that was a key factor. For Coach Jeff, that game was as close to perfect as it could get. Now, as they gear up to face this powerhouse Abra team, he's sticking to the same game plan, just exaggerated. Alam namin na nasa kanila ang height at talent, pero nasa amin ang puso, he proudly shared. With renewed confidence, tactical grit, and undeniable heart, QZ is out to prove that passion and strategy can go toe-to-toe with firepower. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Ryra. And, si Coach Jeff sticking to that, to their identity as a team. Had a good chat with Coach Jeff before the game. And, always... always philosophical, always full of wisdom.
Always very optimistic. Yan talagang gusto ko sa kanya. That's the thing he shared with his former head coach, Tobix Robinson, when they were in Lyceum.
And body language as well.
Yeah.
Mabigat sa kanya, and he takes, he considers that, one, key factor in picking players.
Dahil naniniwala siya that those kinds of actions off the court will really translate into you developing the right habits on the court. And with what Lyra said about that game plan against Bataan, I really love how they defended the Risers in that game because talagang nabulaga yung Bataan sa laro na yon. It was shifting defense that consisted of mixed zone-to-man schemes, which kind of trapped the guards and made it hard for them to get it to the post area. That's why di masyado na-involve ang big man ng Bataan sa laro na yon. That was one thing that we lamented in that game, that the Risers weren't able to take advantage of their height inside.
Simon Camacho played for Bacolod previously. He's also bulked up, no? This former Adamson Falcon. Fast break of the game is brought to you. A free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompleto appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Nadimo, the handoff. Rai de la Rosa rising for that jumper. Camacho, parang malaking version na ni Marvin Junicio.
Actually,
Pag nakikita ko.
nung nakita ko si Marvin Junicio sa stand, sabi ko, ba't parang nakabihis na agad?
De La Rosa able to bank that one in, 31-21. Scoring slowed down for Abra with his second unit on the floor.
On the other hand, Quezon City has been able to rely on Ryan De La Rosa to become that spark plug offensively for QC.
Austria, no. Camacho gets blocked.
Pero dyan rin talaga siya makakatulong on the glass. Simon Camacho, such a terrific rebounder. A big reason why he was able to climb to the PBA because of his timing on the glass.
Puray gets away. Labas ulit kay Diaz. A three. Got it. France Diaz. 5 points in the game. Ang ganda na pinapakita nitong unit ng Quezon City ngayon.
France Diaz also has been playing well as of late. This is a nice run being put together by the guys in black.
Austria
Oh, that's last touch on Camacho.
trying to go for the no-look pass there.
Defensively, they've been shutting down this Abra offense.
Here's the three-point shot brought to you by Extreme. One-stop shop. Appliance.
Given space there, Diaz, although there was a little hesitation, took some time to decide, eventually took the shot.
Just a 7-point deficit now. Kanina 17 yan. Jerome Santos.
Ooh.
It's a dribbling violation. Called by referee Lester Arcega. That's Coach Yong Garcia, the former Mapua point guard, who has really immediately took up coaching and then worked his way up.
He's definitely proven that he can handle head coaching duties in this league. Has become one of the lead assistants of Coach Randy before with San Juan and Mapua. Now rising to be Abra's head tactician.
There's no foul. Oh, so Ryan Batino is whistled for the personal. And Gino Ladimo is replaced by Dave Bernabe. 33-24, 3 minutes gone by in the second period. Straight with a spin move. Masyado malakas, rebound ni Batino. Ayon pushing. Finds Camacho for two.
Excellent find on the break coming from Mike Ayon, seeing Simon Camacho ahead and nobody getting in between that pass.
Straight.
Oh, that's off his leg. Ooh.
fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X-Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Easy basket in transition by Simon Camacho. Welcome back to the MPBL.
They will challenge the call of referee Jake Mabandos. Tingnan natin kung ma-overturn dito. We will be right back.
The challenge made by Abra is successful.
Successful challenge for the Weavers. Tama ang aking kasama si Javi Palanya.
Yeah, it was definitely off his leg there, off his left knee. Kitang-kita naman dyan sa ating replay.
Marvin Taiwan has returned. Defonso nasa gitna against straight. Dave pulls up. It's short. And that will sail out of bounds and bola mababalik sa Quezon City.
Well challenged there, that pull-up jumper, kind of a fadeaway galing kay Dave Ildefonso. If they can force Abra into more shots like that, then Quezon City can be able to string together another consistent number of stops.
Ibanez. Ganda ng depensa. Kahit pumeke si Nino Ibanez, nandun pa rin sila. Ayon. Look at that rebound. Galing kay Mike Ayon, but it ends up as a turnover.
A dangerous pass thrown there to Marvin Taiwan. The Quezon City, credit to them for still being able to hustle to get in between that delivery.
And look at this combination as well. The Twin Towers, Chu and Gonzalez, alongside Ildefonso Ayon and Taiwan.
Interesting combination here. You got 2 point guards in the backcourt.
Well, yeah, Ayon sort of a 2 really. But nakascore yung Quezon City doon.
Let's see how he plays off ball here.
Great pass. Gonzalez, push shot, won't go. Rebound, Bernabe. Ibanez. And an inch closer here, Quezon City. Labas muna. Vincent Conanan. Uses the Bernabe pick. Taiwan with a steal. Taiwan to Raven. Blocked by Straight. No call. Hindi siya ng foul doon. Had to go up strong. Straight.
What a nice sequence there by Jason Straight, going up for the block on a 2-on-1 fast break and then finishing it with a basket of his own on the other side.
Taiwan drives and he finishes with the left hand.
He's just so explosive when he goes to his left side. A little head and shoulder fake, just blows by Nino Ibanez. And that tough finish. Ooh, offensive foul though. Laban dito kay Jerome Santos sa kabila.
Mike Ayon absorbs the contact right there. Look at the block right here. Although, you may say na tumama din sa side ng ulo. And look at the little sidestep there over J.O. Chu.
And Quezon City just hanging in there. They just want to avoid getting deeply down into a hole in this one.
37-28. Taiwan fires. Bernabe with a rebound. Here comes Conanan. Jordan Santa Ana. Nahanap si Bernabe. Bumuelo si Dave Bernabe. And he backs it in for 2.
Nice inside-outside move right there for Quezon City. Santa Ana initiating that offense and then circling towards the baseline, finding itong si Dave Bernabe for the scoop.
That's taken away by Bernabe. The counter steal by Ildefonso. Dave Ildefonso. He gets his own miss and he puts it back in. 39-30 for the solid North Weavers. Let's give a quick shout out to Kong Mayor JB Bernos and Congresswoman Ching Bernos who have been very supportive putting this Abra team together. Hindi madali ito, ha. Look at Ibanez. Hindi madali ito, Avi, yung ginagawa nila. They're putting this team together.
Definitely not. That's why all credit to them for really getting behind this Abra squad. It's very clear that they don't have any other mission in mind but to win a championship. They really want the national chip this year.
Siyempre, malaking bagay yan for Abra, the province as well, di ba?
And that certainly will give a lot of pride and honor to the people of Abra. I'm looking forward as well to some home games there. I believe may bagong stadium na kinoconstruct doon ng Abra.
Yeah, but home games are at the Andres Bernos Memorial Gym in Bangen. So there's a good chance that they will make the playoffs. Good chance lang.
Parang great chance ata.
Taiwan steps into that three. Ganda na sagot niya kay Nino Ibanez. Little tit for tat there.
It might be a miracle if they don't end up in the playoffs. That should be very devastating para sa kanila.
Oh, straight. Knocks down the three. And Quezon City is executing here.
I tell you, this is a very dangerous squad to go up against. They really give the top teams a fight for their money.
Straight, short on the finger roll.
Because in that 4-game losing streak that they had before winning against Bataan, they were actually in a lot of those games. They played against Zamboanga, Muntinlupa, Caloocan, and Pasig, all teams at the top of our team standings, all in playoff contention.
44-36, minute and a half left in the second period. Gunanan gets it to Bernabe. Santa Ana, binabatay ni Austria. Ibanez looks at the clock, 5 seconds. Nino, atake sa gitna. Bernabe, just in the nick of time, hindi pumasok ang kanyang tira. Chu quickly to Ildefonso. Dave stripped. Fast break here for Quezon City. Gunanan, Santa Ana.
What a heads-up play for Quezon City. I thought it was going nowhere when Gunanan was still trying to look for somebody behind him, but apparently Santa Ana able to set a little court touch screen.
No, that was actually Gunanan. They exchanged positions.
Tama.
That's usually, what guards do. Pag nasa pass break at nandun yung big man. Feed the teammate and then set a pick. 6-point game ng mga Abra. Commissioner Kenneth Deremdes in the middle, head of security Rudy Distrito on his right, head of operations Emer Oreta on his left. They are all in attendance dito sa Pasay Astrodome. Start of a brand new week of MPBL action, and we're halfway through the season. Hindi pa natin alam kung sino ang mga papasok sa ating postseason. We have a play-in tournament this year for the 7th to 10th seeds. Taiwan, Austria, 3. Rebound ni Konana, chance for Quezon City. Matapyas pa itong kalamangan ng Abra that stood at 17 at 1 point dito sa ating first half. Konanan up against Taiwan. Havillonar with a pick. Bernabe as well. The runner from Konanan. That won't go. 14 seconds remaining. Bagsak si Taiwan. He got hit.
It was a solid screen set by Bernabe. And that deck Taiwan, he's holding on to his face. Still down right now. He seems to be in a lot of pain, I think. Pero wala naman dugo. Pero mukhang putok yung labi.
Yeah. Well, that's a good, solid pick, in my opinion. There's a little movement.
Just a little bit on that right side.
Konti.
But yeah, in my opinion, not really enough to call a non-sportsmanlike foul. It was just a solid screen set.
Yeah, or an illegal pick even. Diba?
Coach Yong is really on the ears of our referees at this moment.
Yeah.
Dino Latimo comes in for Dave Bernabe.
And Coach Jeff Perlas will use a timeout. Oh no, it's Abra
Yeah.
that has requested a timeout. 13 seconds remaining in the first half. The Abra Solid North Weavers will go up against the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu at the Capital Arena in the city of Ilagan this weekend, June 28. That's on Saturday. Val City Magic ang mga kalaban nila July 5. July 12, it's a big one in Palayan City. Kalaban nila, Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards.
That's going to be an explosive matchup.
Ayan pulls up for 3. Got it.
Coach Jeff is very frustrated because he wanted Quezon City to give up some fouls. They had some fouls to give.
Instead of trailing by 6, they will go into the dugout down by 9. A 3-ball galing kay former Finals MVP Mike Ayanayon. Abra's newest signing coming up big in that final possession for the Solid North Weavers. 47 to 38 at the end of the first half. Lamang ang Abra.
I came from nothing. Just a small boy from streets of General Santos City. No shoes, no food, no chance, just a dream in my heart. From flyweight to junior middleweight, 8 divisions. Thank you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang bawat Pilipinong nangangarap at lumalaban. This is our victory. This is our story. And the best is yet to come.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he finds the straight left hand. And there's the punching down. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Lastimosa, foot on the line. Still no go, and Larry Rodriguez doing a terrific
What a
job.
pass.
Wow! And Tolentino with a finish. Saktong-sakto.
I don't know who that was, but it looked to be Larry Patrick Mahomes Rodriguez.
Hindi ba Tom Brady yun? What a pass.
Ang mahirap pa sa pasa na yon, got the rebound in traffic, halos malapit na siya dun sa baseline, no, sa linya ng binyan. But the look ahead sa kabilang court, and obviously yung pag-execute ng pasa.
Pinan went too early. Gives an opportunity for Batangas, but Keith Pido getting the steal. Enough time for Pasig City. 5 seconds remaining. Manalang gets it back. Warlo Batak. Tax Bindel lays it up and in to beat the buzzer.
The young Warlo Batak making the right decision, not going for the three-point shot. He knew that he had it in him to be able to beat the clock by attacking the basket and still getting a high percentage shot.
Turco, it ends up as a turnover. Takbo si Jeff Comia. Comia stays in control, and Comia with a beautiful finish.
Sometimes you think that he's already out of control, but he really is in control. Gets another wily shot right there to not just entertain the crowd here, but to also extend this Davao lead.
Ano ba yun? Semi-Smithy ba yun?
Yeah, looking one way and going the other.
Moralde misses the layup.
Trying to fish for a foul. 2-on-1 coming up.
Sumido! Oh, Lander Cannon.
Pumatay ng lamok dun sa palpal na yun. Kita mo naman yung palpal na to, determinado. Uy, back-to-back blocks yun, ha?
Oh, dalawa.
By Mr. Cannon.
Well, Cannon has had a few highlights this season. No? Yung mga palpal niya.
Forward pass Perumingan to Chauca. Back to Tricky. Behind the back. Oh, what a pass to Sam Peralta for the deuce.
Practically a give and go. Tricky Perumingan gives it up to Val Chauca, then gets it back, and then another pass, a spectacular one behind the back to Sam Peralta.
Thompson as well.
Sa laki ni Camson, no? Oftentimes he would expect a strong finish. That time, little finesse.
Caballero finds Camson! Basket and one. What a pass from Caballero to Eric Camson. Terrific finish galing kay Eric Camson.
Itong kombinasyon na to by Keanu and Eric ngayong gabi has been really effective.
Just went through it. The defense. Oh,
What a shot to beat the buzzer. How about that from Kit Jimenez?
Kit Jimenez already with a bunch of points in this game. Still 3 seconds. That definitely is gonna count para kay Kit Jimenez.
John Fa with a steal. 8 minutes left. John Fa switching hands in midair and now has established his new career high of 26 points.
Determined, this kid, he will move heaven and earth just to try and carry his team. After that missed basket, you get the stop again, but now it's back to a 60-point lead.
Wow! Where did that come from? Lawrence Paul Victoria gliding, hanging, and finishing. Look
Wow.
at this move.
Woo-wee! Me, oh my! Lawrence Paul Victoria.
Yan ang inaabangan ng mga tao dito.
Nabuhay ang Pasay Astrodome.
Castro with the ball. 4-second differential. Game clock and shot clock. Cuevas drives. It's short. Osicos to Espiritu. And Bulacan with a chance to win this game. Sumido. 5 seconds. JR Sumido with a runner. Oh! JR Sumido with a basket to give Bulacan the lead and possibly their first win of the season.
Kakaiba yung tapang na pinakita ni JR Sumido ron. But this running shot, momentum carrying him to the left side, could be the possible game winner.
Big time plays from the Kuyas here down the stretch.
Papasalamat ako siyempre sa MPBL and sa Abra and Solid North Beavers. Isa rin ito sa mga pinaka most watched na leagues in the Philippines. So siyempre for me, like, it's super nice also to be able to experience that too. And we also want to make sure na yung mga nanonood po, yung mga fans po namin, mag-enjoy po sa laro namin.
Masaya akong nakabalik ako dito and I know marami akong pwedeng ibigay dito sa team namin. Aim namin is championship talaga.
Siyempre, excited din kasi siyempre mga lugar-lugar din yung mga nire-represent natin. Young guns din kami. Siguro kailangan ko rin makasabay sa kanila. Sana maka-champion ulit ako this season sa Abra.
You just heard the voices of Jeo Chu, Simon Camacho, and Mike Ayon, the newest signings of the Abra Solid North Weavers, definitely shoring up what is already a very deep lineup para sa Abra this season. Mike Ayon brings depth to the backcourt position, while Simon Camacho and Jeo Chu will definitely give a lot more punch to an already deep front court for Abra, who is ahead 47-38 at the half.
Abra Solid North Weavers actually raised to a big lead at the start, 28-11 ang lamang nila, and pero yung Quezon City ayaw din naman magpahuli, no? And the second quarter, particularly that unit na kasama si Franz Diaz, I think that triggered and Jason Strait, no? Yung combination na yun, unti-unti sila nakabalik. Kasama din si Vincent Cunanan and Dave Bernabe. That's why we have this score right now.
It was their defense that really triggered that big run in the second quarter. Jordan Santa Ana also had his imprints on that big second quarter run where they slightly outscored Abra 21-19, but their defense really also made it very difficult para sa Abra. Mike Ayon and that unit, that second unit, had a tough time feeling each other out, but that starting unit of Abra was really a more dynamic squad that was composed of J.O. Chu and Raven Gonzalez in the front court.
Well, Raven Gonzalez had 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. Birthday boy Marvin Taiwan has 8 points, 3 of 5 shooting. May 5 assists na rin si Marvin. Then 2 steals. A very nice first half. And he begins the second half alongside Will Keenley, J.O. Chu, Dave Ildefonso, and Raven Gonzalez. Same starting 5. Sa kabila naman, Franz Diaz, Vincent Cunanan, Jason Puray, Dave Bernabe, and Nino Ibanez. So
this was similar to the starting unit in the second half of that game against Bataan that Quezon City used, having Franz Diaz and Vincent Cunanan in the backcourt. Isa ito sa mga talaga nagpalayo sa Quezon City sa game na yun.
Ibanez giving up the foul.
They're definitely losing a lot of height with this lineup, but you see that there is much more stability with Cunanan and Diaz there handling the basketball. But ito si Nino Ibanez, he'll need a lot of help at that wing spot playing the 3.
Puray able to grab the rebound. Bernabe unable to finish.
Just left that one short. Could have been an easy 2 points that could have started Quezon City off well here in the third quarter.
Will Keenley goes behind the back. The kick out, Ildefonso up against Franz Diaz. Dave with a jumper.
He rises up and he's so stable. His shoulders are squared. Just enough hang time to get the defender out of his sight and to really calibrate his shot towards the basket.
Ibanez pulls up for 3, in and out. Rebound, nakuha ni Puray. Puray attacks. Oh, nice move. Galing kay Jason Puray, limping and all.
Able to sneak in past 2 defenders among the 3s as well.
The play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
A spectacular way to get your first basket of the game.
Cunanan could not finish. Back the other way, Ildefonso. Tumigil muna si Dave. Now a switch. Puray against Ildefonso. Dave could not get through. Takes the jumper. Too strong. Diaz quickly to Cunanan. Corner 3. Nino Ibanez. No good. And a whistle going against Raven Gonzalez.
Although it was a miss, that was still a good shot. Open look for Ibanez in that corner. Could have trimmed the lead down to 6 points, but luckily they draw a foul on Gonzalez on the rebounds play. But really giving Abra everything they've got here. Itong Quezon City.
Puray will attack. Puray denied this time, and it will stay with the Quezon City Galleries Taipan with 6 seconds on their shot clock. Mike Ayon has returned. Ray De La Rosa is also on the floor.
De La Rosa was the one responsible for the start of that big rally by Quezon City that got them back into the game in that second quarter. Let's see if he can do the same here in the third.
Puray, Diaz, Ibanez drives, blocked by Ayon. Look at how easy it is for Ayon to just elevate and come up with that defensive play. Ildefonso saves it to Taiwan. Waves it off. Chu inside. He was well defended by Dave Bernabe. Franz Diaz surveys his options. Diaz, that won't go. Dave Ildefonso will attack, and Dave will shoot 2 free throws.
You've got to be able to stop him right before he gets into the front court. At that time, Quezon City failing to stop the basketball, kaya nakabuelo doon si Dave Ildefonso. You see how he really concentrated on the shot, but just could not get that three-point play to go.
Ildefonso finished with 18 points. Not the most efficient para kay Dave, only 6 of 19. But he did have 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And let's get an update.
For Dave Ildefonso, the goal has always been crystal clear: championship. With the arrival of big names like Gio, Mike, and Simon, the Abra star is confident that the things are only looking up. Ever since championship naman talaga ang goal he shared, these new additions have been playing on the highest level, and their help will be great for easier wins. Though all 3 are veterans, Dave revealed that he had one honest reminder for his longtime friend, Gio. I tell Gio, iba ang laro sa MPBL, but no pressure. Wala na siyang need patunayan. With seasoned and reinforcements and a clear vision, Dave is excited for the next chapter of Abra's campaign, knowing that it's not just about winning, but winning with the right pieces finally falling into place. Back to you guys.
And on cue, the Solid North Weavers extend the lead to 12. 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining here in the third. Ito nangyari dito. A lot of contact there, no call. Ayan triggering the fast break, and Taiwan finishing our fast break of the game. Brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split type air conditioners. We'll be right back.
Quezon City came in, locked in and loaded defensively sa first half, sticking well to their assignments and making things tough for the towering Abra squad. During the halftime huddle, Coach Jeff kept it simple but firm. Execute the game plan, huwag kalimutan ang roles nyo. He emphasized one key weapon they need to double down on: transition offense. Knowing they're up against a taller and physically imposing lineup, mas kailangan nating bilisan, he said. And the goal? Beat the bigs down the floor and prevent open court looks. QC is sticking to their identity: defensive grit, quick execution, and pure heart. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Naila. And importante dito, no? Itong, for Quezon City, if they want to pull off an upset, yeah, they gotta outrun itong malaking lineup ng Abra. But easier said than done, because this is actually an athletic 5 as well.
You're right.
As Gabriel knocks down a 3, trims the deficit to 9.
That's a very uplifting shot coming out of the timeout para sa Quezon City, trimming the lead back down to double figures. So Puray committing that foul, but actually before that, he's been doing quite the job on Dave Ildefonso, really keeping in step, moving laterally. At that time, Ildefonso, medyo nautakan niya dun si Puray, finding an angle to go and spin towards the baseline.
Straight comes in for Puray. Still a 9-point lead. Taiwan to inbound. Gabriel is right there to take that ball away. Malam niya ang pasa. Nabasa pa ni John Gabriel. Santa Ana finds Gabriel. Puts the ball on the deck. Bigay kay Rai de la Rosa. Jumper from Rai. That won't go. Rebound di Ildefonso. Quickly to Taiwan. Against Diaz. Taiwan uses the pick. Taiwan finds Gonzalez. What a pass.
29 assists in the game already for the Abra Weavers, and we still have so much time remaining in this game. They really have been displaying some excellent passing sa laro na to.
That's assist number 6 for Marvin Taiwan to go with his 10 points. Santa Ana taken away by Taiwan. Marvin leaves it for Mike Ayanayon.
Quezon City turning the ball over for the 10th time, while Taiwan able to convert that into points, passing it off to a trailing Mike Ayon.
Let's give a quick shout out to sa mga pinakamatinding artista sa MPBL.
Ay, sino yan?
Natin ni Idol.
Ako, marami yan.
Jeric J. Pito. JJ Pito. Nanonood sa atin.
Yun na nga, nagugulat na nga ako na hindi pa rin siya nakakakuha ng project sa showbiz ngayon.
Oo.
Medyo nagpo-focus lang siguro sa basketball.
Basketball muna. Basketball muna.
Siguro pag off-season makikita natin.
Oo.
Talagang grabe ang charisma niyan ni JJ Pito.
Oo. Sikat din sa Marikina yan. Ganda ng agaw ni Taiwan. And he lays it in. Plus the foul. Birthday boy doing birthday boy things.
France Diaz is already a very solid point guard, but Marvin Taiwan is giving him a masterclass here in this game. Look at that strip, timing it perfectly. Frontal strip galing kay Marvin Taiwan and going to the other side, finishing through contact. Taiwan already with 10 points and 8 assists in this game.
Marvin Taiwan. Ibang klase.
Sorry, 12 points already para kay Taiwan.
4 steals, even more impressive as well. 13 points. And he has kept Joshua David on the bench for the most part of this game.
Actually, yeah, usually mabilis by the halfway point of a quarter talagang magpapalitan na yan.
Santa Ana, well defended by Camacho. El Defonso to Oduba. Inside, John Oduba. An instant impact para dito sa Abra Solid North Weavers when they are running on the open floor. They're just pretty difficult to stop. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more games with 1xBet. Kabayo na nag-ano.
Yun na nga eh.
May race dun hanggang sa dulo ng court eh.
Oduba's first touch of the basketball right away, making an impact on offense. Ildefonso responsible for that. So you see that everybody's just really buying into this one, getting each other involved, making sure everybody eats.
64-43. Santa Ana looking for a friend. Nahanap na si Gabriel. 8 seconds to work with. Gabriel is fouled by John Oduba. Meron siyang 2 free throws.
That's a little veteran move galing kay John Gabriel. Putting that ball into the hands of si John Oduba on the block.
Gabriel at the line. And ito na, take ko na dito yung LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Maraming salamat sa LGR. Magandang gabi sa pamilya ni Mike Ayanayon. Si Tita Raynel and syempre si Tito Roy. Ano na yan? Malapit na yan. Manonood na rin yan dito sa MPBL. Pag malapit-lapit ang venue sa kanila.
Tagasan ba si?
Taga East.
Okay. So, pag mga Inares ang venue natin.
Oo. Tsaka may game ang Abra. Del Fabro, a 3. Apolonio getting some minutes here. Taken away by Santa Ana. Santa Ana loses his balance there. Recovered by Cunanan. Ibanez for 3. That won't drop. Gabriel is whistled for the sportsmanlike foul. Hindi nagustuhan ni Oduba.
Kanina pa sila nagbabanggaan. As soon as Oduba came in at nagka-match up sila ni Gabriel, talagang matindi yung nagiging tagisa nila ni John Uduba.
Yun ang ano doon. Tawag yun kay John Gabriel.
Yeah, I don't think there's need for a long review. Right away, our referees now going to Richard Campos to communicate the call. So it is going to be an unsportsmanlike foul. Clearly it was.
Unsportsmanlike foul on number 1 John Gabriel for
And this
excessive
just
hard
puts
contact.
Quezon City in a very difficult spot at this point.
Jordan Santana.
You could notice that there's a lot of hesitation on offense para sa kanila. The length of Abra just really bothering them. They're not able to do what they want to do dahil wala silang makitang butas sa depensa. Abra's been very disciplined on that end of the floor, as you can see. Enzo Serrano just enjoying some snacks on the side.
Two-time MPBL champion Enzo Serrano. Uduba. This ang unang free throw. That's the technical free throw. Oh no, that's the first free throw of the unsportsmanlike foul.
Yes.
Marquis is also here. Yung sa likod ng bench. Maganda din kasi, no? May mga Kuya Marquis ka, may Alfred Batino ka. Just to... Jack Cruz Dumont is also in the lineup. Not suited up today, but nandun pa siya sa Abra.
I really wonder what it's like yung kanilang mga practice. I'm sure it's very intense na mention na kanina ni Lyra. But I really want to see it in person sometime maybe.
Bisitahan natin. Gusto, sumali pa tayo.
Di na ako naghanap ng sakit ng katawan.
David Apolon. Ooh, he stepped on the line. He stepped on the line.
Yeah, kitang-kita from our vantage point.
Ibanez, corner 3. That won't go. Rebounding Uduba.
That three-point shot has not been falling for Quezon City here in the second half. Now 5 out of 15 from downtown.
David pulls up. Got it.
Joshua David.
5 points para kay Joshua David. Ganda na ng bitaw niya dun sa mid-range. Gabriel showing us the moves from the post.
He's had a pretty good third quarter here. Ito si John Gabriel.
Ooh, Uduba fouled hard by Jerome Santos.
Holding foul number 20 Jerome
Ito
Santos.
si Uduba
That's his
also has been
third
very
foul.
aggressive here. Unang salta niya dito sa laro na to, dito sa third quarter. Taking advantage of the opportunity given to him by Coach Yong and his coaching staff.
At the line for 2, John Uduba.
Former Parañaque Patriot. John Uduba. Grew up in La Union. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances ang subok at kompleto appliances brand ng Pilipinas. So ano to? Solid North to.
Oo.
Ito si John Uduba. Coach Yong Garcia has had experience with big games here in the MPBL. Alam natin na kasama siya ni Coach Randy Alcantara in that second season na championship.
Sino bang point guard ang tingin mo magiging magandang comparison sa laro ni Coach Yong nung araw?
Dito,
Oo.
ano to si Coach Yong eh? Floor general talaga to eh.
Traditional point
Tsaka
guard.
may tira eh. May jump shot to si Coach Yong eh.
Mala John Stockton.
Oh,
ganun.
sabi, oo. Meron. Saka pag pinick up ka ni Coach Yong, full court, medyo mahirap ibaba ang bola.
Matindi rin talaga dumepensa. Kung tama nga, mga John Stockton niya.
Santos. Nice arc on that 3. Jerome Santos.
Ang kanyang unang basket sa laro na to, he's been trying repeatedly.
Fabro answers right back with a 3.
Just when you thought that Quezon City would try and go and finish this quarter with a solid run, Redel Fabro left wide open.
It's Ibanez. Now Gabriel against Fabro. pulls the chair and takes it away. Pass behind Camacho. Mosqueda to Cunanan. The finger roll plus the foul on the bid. A 3-point play coming up para kay Vincent Greg Cunanan.
It could have been a good stretch para kay Ridel Fabro individually. 3-pointer, then a steal on Gabriel. Pero di nakatingin si John Uduba dun sa kanyang pasa. That's a nice finish. Strong finish galing kay Greg Cunanan. That's his first field goal in this game. He hasn't been a factor sa laro na to compared to what he had against the Bataan Risers.
Did not complete the 3-point play. Rebound nakuha ni David. He needs help. Now he doesn't. Apolonio, a 3. No. Santos gets the long rebound. Ibanez nakabuelo. Umatras muna. They get the ball to Cunanan. Oh, pretty crossover.
Players on the court, please stay in front of your respective benches and observe proper bench decorum.
Sportsmanlike foul on John Uduba. From his demeanor, it didn't look like it was.
Kaya nga nagulat nga siya na tinawag eh. Pero tingnan natin yung ating replay dito. Our referees were very sure to call it right away. At di malayo nangyari yun dahil nabigyan rin naman siya kanina.
Yan natin yung there.
A little screen set by Uduba and then medyo bumawi siya dun kay Mosqueda eh. There was a swing of the right arm.
Well, that was not...
I don't think it had too much impact.
No,
parang daplis lang eh. No?
We've seen worse,
far worse things. Yeah, it is a
Last
foul.
foul has downgraded to a common foul on number 24, John Uduba penalty.
Nabigla nga siya.
Second foul on John Uduba.
And so Sidney Mosqueda will head to the line for 2 free throws. 2 minutes and 18 remaining.
2 free throws.
In the
Sidney
third quarter.
Mosqueda.
Third quarter pa lang tayo. No? And, 18 ang lamang dito ng Abra Solid North Weavers. Mosqueda knocks down the first.
But this is a good opportunity for Quezon City to trim it down maybe to 10 points before we end the third quarter. This gives them a good position entering the final frame.
Pressing here. Santos with a steal. Camacho comes up with a defensive stop. And that's last touch on Fabro.
You love the hustle being shown by Quezon City on that sequence, forcing the turnover. And although Santos missed, you see both Santos and Mosqueda still trying to chase for that loose ball, wanting to get possession back to their side.
Nice spin away by Sidney. Kick out to Gabriel, puts the ball on the deck. Santos, another 3. Rebound ni Uduba. David. Great control there by Josh David. Finds Fabro, 3. No good. Apolonio with a rebound. David again. Set things up here. 10 seconds on the shot clock para sa Abra. Fabro makes his move. Naagaw. And this will be an easy 2 para kay Jerome Santos.
Jerome Santos.
Down to a 14-point lead here.
71 to 57. Minute and a half to play.
Foul on number 20, Jerome Santos penalty. Fourth foul on Jerome
As they were
Santos.
trying to trap, they foul ito si Jason Apolonio. That's really the tendency when you're trying to go for that
Austria for
full court
Red
press. You tend to sometimes overdo it, and that results in fouls. And when you're in the
Jason
penalty,
Apolonio.
that's something that can definitely happen.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Apolonio knocks down the second. 15 ang lamang dito ng Abra. Minute and 20 remaining in the third. JK Casino fires and hits.
J.K. Casino, 3.
Instant impact. 12 lang ang hinahabol ng Quezon City dito. David. Camacho, it's a wild shot. Mosqueda gets the loose ball. Poraya.
Jason Puray, 3 points.
What a way to close out this third period. 40 seconds remaining. Back-to-back three-pointers. Galing kay Casino. And this time, Jason Poray. Three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
A little hesitation, but he eventually steps into that three. Mosqueda getting credit for that assist. Wow. Another big run by Quezon City to end the quarter.
That's our Gixxer fan of the game, born for greatness. (72-63) is the count. 40 seconds remaining. They get it across Abra. Apolonio drives, taken away by Quezon City. Cunanan. Casino, a three. Short, Gabriel with a rebound. No call. Camacho. Atake ni Simon Camacho. A foul given up by Vincent Cunanan.
Oh, he took it really hard. Quezon City was a little slow to go down because they wanted the foul on that shot attempt by John Gabriel after the offensive rebound on the miss by JK Casino.
Two free throws para kay Simon Camacho. Missed two earlier.
It's not been a very easy night para kay Simon Camacho in his return to the league. He's had some trouble handling the basketball and some passes to him di masyadong on point.
11 of 18 from the line. I think that 11 of 19. Look at the unit there. Dave, Raven, Alfred, Lakay, and Marquis. He's 1 for 4. Simon Camacho. 10-point game. Diaz, Poray, blocked by Camacho. Ayon throws up a prayer, and third quarter in the books. The Abra Solid North Weavers still with a double-digit advantage against the Quezon City Galleries Taipan. But Quezon City closing out that third period with a string of triples that has allowed them to trim the deficit. Our highlights of the game Brought to you by Plus, official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration.
Abra even extending their field goal percentage to 52% here in the third quarter, but Quezon City has been able to stay within manageable distance because of their outside shooting to end that third quarter rather. Jason Puray and J.K. Casino each hitting threes to help Quezon City get to within 10 at the end of the third.
Our fan of the game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. We're back at the Astrodome in Pasay City for this matchup between Abra and Quezon City. We begin the fourth quarter. Marwin Taiwan celebrating his 29th birthday. That's taken away by Casino. Blocked by Ayon. Diaz is there, and that trickles in.
Wow. Mike Ayon still definitely has got the hops. Spectacular erasure, but what a follow. See here the steal. Diaz and Casino double teaming. The block by Ayon, but the follow there by Diaz. Medyo pinakababa tayo doon.
Early timeout here para kay Coach Yong Garcia. The Abra lead is down to 8. Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Batino, Austria, Ayon, Taiwan, and Ildefonso. The 5 on the floor for Abra. Casino, Ibanez, Puray, Diaz, and Bernabe ang 5 para dito.
Ooh.
So Quezon City, back-to-back turnovers.
That's a big call. It seems that Batino dragged his pivot foot.
And they will challenge it.
Warning on Abra, number 30, Ryan Batino.
No, I don't think he could challenge that.
I don't think so, right?
Yeah, hindi pwede.
Hindi pwede. No, technical.
Technical foul is called on Abra head coach Yong Garcia for pointing an accusing finger at an official.
Yeah.
Technical free throw, Nino Ibanez.
A warning quickly turning into a technical.
Ibanez gets the free throw to drop. Now just a 7-point game. 9 minutes and 38 seconds remaining.
Coach Yong trying to cool himself down there with a glass of water. Umupo muna siya sa bench.
22 turnovers for Abra, 12 only para sa Quezon City. And that has really allowed Quezon City to stay in the thick of the fight here. Diaz goes behind the back. The pass to Dave Bernabe. And Quezon City is within 5.
Franz Diaz, how many times have we seen that pass delivered to Dave Bernabe? Since their collegiate days, it has really worked.
Ildefonso, the corner 3, got it.
That's a big shot and a much-needed basket para sa Abra to cool things down here. Quezon City is on a hot surge.
Diaz. Gets it to Bernabe. Ibanez. Back to Bernabe. Hindi mausok si Batino. Stepped on the line. Turnover. Abra basketball.
He was trying to draw a block.
And check out this play of the game brought to you by 1xBet. Title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. That's a foul on Casino.
You saw the attention that Franz Diaz drew on that drive to the basket. Nifty behind the back, going into that pass. Na late si CJ Austria dun sa kanyang rotation on the help side, which enabled Bernabe a free basket underneath.
And every J. Castroverde has been inserted into the game in place of referee Mabandos.
Two fouls from Quezon City here.
Second team foul. Shot clock 18 seconds.
Taiwan gets away, finds Batino, easy layup.
Almost the same thing that happened to Quezon City a while ago when Diaz was able to deliver to Bernabe. That time si Batino naman ang nakascore.
Bernabe, what a finish! Ibang klase, Dave Bernabe. This has been happening since the last game against Bataan.
And what's impressive is he's really doing it against highly touted bigs here in the league. Bernabe getting into the right spots, but credit to the guards of Quezon City.
That is the assist of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. I tell you, these passes from Franz Diaz, very impressive. Ayon. Over to Taiwan. The Pogi play of Abra. Wants to take on Bernabe. Gives it up to Dave Ildefonso. Down low, Raven Mintis. Batino with a cleanup.
Pretty play there. Saved by Alfred Batino on the follow.
Diaz. Bernabe now.
Ooh, yeah.
Call for steps.
Nauna yung tapak bago yung dribble. Could have been another opportunity for him to take it to the rack. But see, that's a nice dump off by Ildefonso as he drew attention from two defenders.
Dave trying to split the double team. And the whistle going against Quezon City.
Number 20, Jerome Santos.
That's number 5. Yes.
Jerome Santos, 5 fouls. 13 fouls.
He's been doing so well as part of that defensive unit of Quezon City. And ito maganda rin pinapakita. Jordan Santa Ana.
Yeah, Santa Ana has been giving some quality minutes for Quezon City here in this game.
Ildefonso steps out to the three-point line. That won't go. Rebound. Gets it to Gonzalez for 2.
Quezon City thought that Puray already would have control of that basketball, kaya nakatingin sa baba. Santa Ana di rin nakakuha ng bola doon. Everybody else from Quezon City was already down, waiting for that transition attack. That left Raven Gonzalez wide open for that basket. 82-71, back to an 11-point lead for the Weavers.
Point game with 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining.
The way these two teams have been playing, it seems already a lot of action has ensued dito sa ating fourth quarter, pero 3 minuto pa lang pala ang natapyas.
Puray, mintis ang tres. Rebound. Nakuha ni Ayon. Ang bilis ng action eh. Marvin Taiwan. Gets it to Mike Ayon. Gonzalez. Drop step. Raven Gonzalez. A little frustration there being shown by the young man. No? Gusto niya nakukonvert na yun eh.
And that's his money shot, that one-hander of a push shot. As long as he's close to the basket, those short distances, anywhere below the free throw line is usually a conversion galing kay Raven Gonzalez. Now, there's going to be so much still in store for this young man. I still think that there is more to achieve para sa kanya. This is his first season as a pro, and I do believe that sky is the limit para sa kanya.
84-71. Santa Ana goes to the corner. A three. Short para kay Ibanez. Taiwan able to recover. Ayon. He gets it back. Now, Ildefonso. Dave. That's a tough shot. That throws out. Gonzalez with the rebound. The kick out to Ildefonso, and Raven has been teed up.
Visibly frustrated with the non-calls. He feels like he's been pushed and shoved multiple times here in the fourth quarter.
Technical foul on Abra, number 9, Raven Gonzalez, for unsportsmanlike behavior.
This is a good
Second
opportunity
foul
for
on Raven
Quezon City
Gonzalez.
to try and get some momentum going back to their side.
Technical free throw,
Hindi
review.
na
Yes.
hindi na nag-alinlangan ng referees natin. Because there have been a lot of complaints kanina pa.
Yeah.
Comes in for
They want to make
review.
sure that
Yes.
they control this game up to the very last moment.
Hindi na binalik dito si Jeo Chu. So far.
11 seconds to shoot.
Ay, laro niya pa lang din sa Abra eh. Taiwan, 5 seconds. Ildefonso, the drop pass. Gonzalez. Basket and one, has to be careful.
Gonzalez.
Tumingin siya konti sa referee.
Number 12, Dave Bernabe, has his third foul.
But what another great find by Dave Ildefonso. He's been so good at making those drop passes, going into the motion of a shot, then at the last moment delivering a find.
Hockey assist as well, galing kay Marvin Taiwan.
Oh yeah.
Sa kanya nanggaling yung double team na yun eh.
Taiwan has really proven to us that he is still a starting caliber point guard in this league.
Puray, atake sa gitna. No good on the layup. Medyo mahirap yung layup na yun ha.
Very hard to convert something like that.
It will stay with Abra. Jeo Chu is returned. Just as we were saying.
Geo Chu for Ryan Batino.
Na hindi na siya nakakabalik. Binalik na siya dito.
Shot clock 17
I think
seconds.
Coach Young is trying to make sure that he maximizes Jeo Chu dito sa kanyang first game. This is a very good experience para sa kanya dahil physical rin naman itong maglaro ng depensa ang Quezon City. This is a nice way for him to be accustomed to the MPBL brand of basketball.
Taiwan shoots. Too strong. Puray with a big rebound. Here comes Jason Puray. Nabitawan ng bola. Had a release pass sa kanan with Diaz or even Kunanan on the left.
Yeah, he was very out of control there. Upon leaving his initial defender, he thought that he could have gone all the way.
Kunanan to Diaz. The three. No.
field goal shooting for Quezon City has really dropped down here at this point of the fourth quarter. Ooh.
Players on the court, please stay
Very
in
true.
front of your respective benches and observe the
Santa
proper
Ana.
bench decorum.
Getting entangled there.
Oh, you definitely got to see what happened there. It seems both players got into it.
Let's see what happens here. Chu with the pick.
But it was Chu who set that solid screen, and then Santa Ana tried to retaliate, which caused both guys to fall down together. I'm not sure though kung talagang tumama eh. But there was a swing definitely. Just couldn't see from that angle kung talagang malakas yung impact sa ulo ni Jordan Santa Ana, but he seems to be in a lot of pain here.
And Chu looks fine.
And it's nice to see that he hasn't been giving us some bad reactions to the physicality on the court here. He really has been holding his ground, has been maintaining his composure.
Upon review, it was an unsportsmanlike foul. Number 17, Jordan Santana for excessive hard contact. Second foul on Jordan Santana. It's a mandatory substitution for Jordan Santana, and he will be replaced by Nino Ibanez.
So it is an unsportsmanlike foul on Jordan Santa Ana.
Jason straight for Jason Poray.
He really looks to be still in a lot of pain. So napaganda pa yung nangyari doon. So Chu will be taking 2 free throws here, and ball possession will stay with the Abra Weavers. Chu with continuing his impressive debut in this game. 8 points, 6 rebounds, and a number of thwarted shots in this game just by his mere presence.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Lyra.
Gio Chu shared that joining the powerhouse Abra squad has not been a tough transition at all. Wala masyadong adjustment, he said, noting that familiarity with several teammates he's played with since college days. That chemistry, he added, makes it easier to blend into the system quickly and effectively. Despite the hype surrounding his arrival along with Mike Ayonayan and Simon Camacho, Gio humbly downplayed the noise. Buo na ang Abra even without us 3. Reinforcement lang talaga kami, he said, recognizing the strength of the existing core. His mindset is clear and grounded. I just want to play the right way and enjoy the game. With that kind of humility and focus, Gio's presence is set to boost Abra not just in height, but in harmony. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. Definitely a big time reinforcements.
Literally and figuratively, he's a 6'10" guy, and he really has brought himself into good physical condition, and he's just going to get better and better.
And the Abra players claiming no touch.
It looks like Coach Yong will challenge.
7 on the shot clock.
Well, Sumin siyang challenge, pero
Yeah, they will let it continue here. Kunanan, the kick out. Diaz, air ball.
still ends up in a stop para sa Abra. They do have a strong hold of the lead at this point. 19 points.
Grabe yung Abra, Javi, no? When they turn on the switch. There's a switch here somewhere with them. When they turn it up a notch, ibang klase, parang ibang klaseng team eh. And then you add a guy like that, Mike Ayonayan, who's got 9 points in his return.
I tell you, I'm sure he's gonna say that this might be one of the easiest times of his career because he's playing with a lot of talent around him. Ang kanyang trabaho lang naman dito is, aside from trying to add leadership and experience to this squad, is to also score the basketball, which he can do because his other teammates draw so much attention already defensively, which leaves him with a lot of open lanes to the basket. Slashing to the hoop is something which he does so well. And he's also improved his jump shot over the years, which is why Abra becomes an even more dangerous team. I'm sure the teams in the north, and namely Nueva Ecija and the other top squads as well, will try and already see how they can beat itong Abra Weavers, second hottest team in the league.
To the line, shooting two, Gio Chu.
Jeo Chu at the line. 3:37 remaining. Not convert on the first.
Fatigue already setting in here para kay Jeo Chu. He's played almost 21 minutes in this game.
9.7 rebounds and 2 blocks. 50% at the line, make that 4 of 7.
Time out, Quezon City Galleries, Taipan.
The lead has ballooned to 22. 3:37 remaining in this ball game. We'll be right back. Raven Gonzalez and Dave Ildefonso, former collegiate standouts. Raven with De La Salle University, Dave with Ateneo de Manila University. Look at the numbers right here. And you know, alam mo yung walang pilit na mga numero, Javi. It just came naturally para dito sa kanila. And all of their shots, you know, right in the flow of their offense.
That's what's been beautiful about what Abra has been doing over these last 12 games. Ever since that loss to Pasay in this very building, they have been able to create a storm that nobody has been able to prepare for so far. And everybody has been really doing their jobs to the hilt, starring in their own roles each time.
Mandimo unable to score. Ildefonso.
At isa pang kagandahan dyan is really their defense has been stifling. It has been unforgiving. You've mentioned when they put on that switch, they can really be relentless.
Ildefonso unable to hit from beyond the arc. Here comes Nino Ibanez. Ibanez is fouled by Gonzalez.
Yeah, which is why, despite the many turnovers that they've committed in this game, they're already up to 22 turnovers. They still are able to make up for those errors because of the strength that they have on defense. Talaga nakakabawi sila at nakakabawi. But of course, I'm sure Coach Yong still wants them to limit their errors moving into the next few games that they have, especially going into that match against the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, who are one of the toughest defensive teams in the league right now as well.
And that's a tough place to play in as well. The Nueva Ecija Coliseum in Palayan City. 11 points para kay Nino Ibanez. His fourth quarter has been extended with all the fouls and the stoppages.
By the way, we'd like to greet the newest Cebu players, Paul Desiderio and Di Mugsang. They're watching right now. They will be seeing action tomorrow at the Branzigiao Convention Center. Pero
na-announce na sila?
Di ako sigurado kung makakalaro na sila, but they have been announced, yes, as the new players.
I-check ko sa commissioner's office.
Oo.
O na-approve na. Gonzalez, 3, too strong. Raven. And he gets the bounce this time. Joel Gonzalez.
Joining in on the scoring party, one of Abra's homegrowns this year.
Nice steal, Taiwan.
Marvin Taiwan, last 2
Final 2 minutes.
And Marvin Taiwan has been the engine that keeps this machine going and going sa laro na to.
Diaz saves it. Hindi makontrol ni Baldo. Oduba returns. Wilkin Lee as well. Gonzalez sits down.
comes in for Bryce Diaz.
Quezon City fought really hard in this game, and it's still a 25-point game.
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, they gave it all that they could. It's just that Abra's just so deep, and the defense was just really so hard to get by. Quezon City had difficulty making shots. They couldn't get a lot of open looks, and when they were able to, you know, the confidence just really wasn't there. There was a lot of hesitation because of the intimidation factor as well that Abra's length posed.
2-1, shorter on the 3. Oduba with the rebound. All over but the final score here. And Coach Jeff Perlas telling his boys to continue putting pressure in sa mga ball handlers ng Abra. Baldo, 10 seconds to work with. Oduba from the corner. That's short. Straight with the rebound. Kunanan. And to Reggie. Reggie. Kunanan. Mosqueda. Nearly lost it. 10 seconds to work with. Tautuan. Duba with the rebound. 20 seconds remaining. Solid North Weaver is on their way to win number 15 in 16 games. They will face the Caloocan Batang Kangkalu this weekend. Itong game na to, pabaon to. As they head north to Ilagan, Isabela.
That's a team that also matches well to their height. They're one of the few teams that actually does in this league. So should be a heavyweight blockbuster matchup on Saturday.
Gonzalez dribbling this one out, and the Abra Solid North Weavers took a while for them to shake off this Quezon City Galleries Taipan team, who fought extremely hard to keep the game close. Itong Quezon City put in a lot of combinations. Mas mga mabibilis na lineup para ma-pressure itong Abra. But the Solid North Weavers, you know, there was a point na medyo they were troubled or rattled a bit, but again, this guy right here, best player of the game, brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And Marvin Taiwan seems to always have a response when there's pressure facing his team.
And it's really important that the relationship that he's developed with Coach Yong Garcia in the past with San Juan, that has really carried on over here to his stint with Abra. He leads 4 players in double figures in this game. He had 17 points in this one, including 11 assists and 4 steals. Happy birthday para kay Marvin Taiwan.
Final score, Abra 99, Quezon City 77. Let's go to Lyra.
Marvin, a very happy birthday indeed to you, and congratulations for your double-double performance. You orchestrated the offense effectively well para sa larong ito. Pero napansin namin na tumaas ang turnovers nyo. How do you plan to work on this?
Yun nga, kailangan hindi kami maging complacent. Yun lagi sinasabi ni Coach, kapag nasa loob lahat, kailangan ready all the way. Bawal mag-relax kahit na kung sino man yung kalaro namin. Kasi iba yung goal namin. Kailangan masanay kami sa mga situation na alam namin na magagawa namin yung best namin sa loob ng court.
But on the positive side, with this solid lineup, ano pa ang long-term vision mo personally and for the team? At of course, gaano kasaya ang maging best player ka ngayong birthday mo?
Well, thanks God. Talagang praise God. Mabuti ang Diyos. Yun lang. Palagi ko lang binibigay yung best ko. Yung yung opportunity na binibigay ni Coach Yong sa akin, ng mga coaches, yun lang, all the way, offense, defense, binibigay ko lang yung best ko.
And again, Marwin, a very happy birthday in behalf of the MPBL. Now it's your turn for your greetings.
Una sa lahat, maraming salamat sa Panginoon sa lakas na binigay niya sa amin, sa bawat team. Binabati ko si Kong JB, si Ma'am Bernos, Bernos family, mga Abreño na patuloy na nakasuporta, mga sponsor namin, si Burlington. At binabati ko yung family ko, especially yung wife ko na nanood ngayon, lalo yung mama at papa ko, yung ate ko. Yung mga kaibigan ko sa Kaunlaran, sa NBBS, yung kuya ko, ate ko, yung kamag-anak ko sa Qatar, si Tito Jun, sa Ilocos Sur, si Pastor Ronald Bustos at si Pastor Perdy. Maraming salamat. Yun lang.
Maraming salamat. Congratulations and happy birthday, Marwin Taiwan of the Abra Solid North Weavers. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Film a game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Congratulations, Marvin Taiwan, and happy birthday to you. Up next, laban ng Gensan and Pasay. Parehong kupunan, may 10 panalo so far this season, pero magkaibang division. And that is coming right up dito sa Pasay Astrodome. And stick with us here, dito lang sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. This is the MPBL.